Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Yellowstone Season 5 of May have created a continuity error with a character retcon. Yellowstone is coming to an end with Season 5, which has been split into 2 parts, and the premiere of Part 2 contains a puzzling continuity error that completely changes one character. The Paramount Network neo-Western drama TV show created by Taylor Sheridan centers around the Dutton family, the owners of the largest ranch in Montana. In Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2, the family is reeling from John Dutton III's sudden death and dealing with the possibility of losing the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch. Sarah Atwood, a market equities representative, arranges John's death in Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2. Market Equities is a company seeking to take over the Yellowstone to build various tourist attractions. However, John's status as the governor of Montana impedes the company's pursuits. So, Sarah hires hitmen to kill John, and when the investigation into his death, which was originally classified as a suicide, is reopened, the assassins take out Sarah. It's safe to say that a lot has happened in Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2, which makes it easy for viewers to miss one glaring continuity error. As some may know, Forey J. Smith's Yellowstone character has been referred to as Lloyd Pierce in the past. Consequently, it was believed that his last name was Pierce. Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 9 suggests otherwise. During the hour, Rip Wheeler picks up a bid order for Lloyd from a Loriner, and Rip tells the man that the order is under Lloyd Bridger, not Lloyd Pierce. Either Taylor Sheridan decided to retcon Lloyd's last name in the Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2 premiere, or Lloyd is using a fake one for some reason. Since the characters never address the fact that Lloyd seemingly has a new last name in Episode 9, one would be inclined to believe that Sheridan knowingly changed the ranch hand's last name. It's unclear why Lloyd is now known as Lloyd Bridger and not Lloyd Pierce. The following 3 episodes of Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2 don't touch on the continuity error, meaning viewers are expected to accept Lloyd's character retcon. Unfortunately, the continuity error in the Yellowstone Season 5, Part 2 premiere isn't the first time the show has made a mistake. Over the course of its 5 seasons, the neo-Western drama has been quite reckless with what has been established as canon and what hasn't. For example, as Collider pointed out, Lee Dutton is barely mentioned following his death in the series premiere, despite his supposed importance to the story and character arcs. Perhaps Yellowstone's biggest error, though, is that the seasons rarely make sense for when some episodes are supposed to take place. The hit television series Yellowstone, a sprawling drama about the Dutton family and their ranching empire in the American West, has captivated viewers with its compelling storylines, breathtaking cinematography, and complex characters. However, as the series has progressed, one particular development in Season 5 has raised eyebrows among fans and analysts alike. A potential continuity error involving a character retcon has emerged, and it's left viewers questioning the integrity of the show's meticulously constructed Yellowstone narrative. Lies the Dutton family, led by patriarch John Dutton, Kevin Costner, a man who will stop at nothing to preserve his family's legacy and protect their land. His family includes his children, Beth, Kelly Riley, Jamie, Wes Bentley, and Casey, Luke Grimes, all of whom have their own distinct arcs that have evolved over the seasons. The show's tight-knit structure has made it easy for fans to follow the characters' journeys, but Season 5 of May have introduced a troubling inconsistency that some fans argue could undermine everything the series has built so far. The retcon, a new layer to an old character. Retcons, or retroactive continuities, have been a staple of television storytelling for decades. They're essentially the act of rewriting or altering past events to better serve a new narrative direction. Retcons can be controversial if they are perceived as undermining the consistency of a show, and this is what many believe has occurred in Yellowstone Season 5, especially in relation to the character of Jamie Dutton. Jamie's storyline has been one of the more complex arcs on the show. Initially portrayed as the ambitious but morally conflicted son of John Dutton, Jamie has struggled with his place within the family. As an adopted child, his resentment and desire for approval from John have been central themes throughout the series. His fractured relationship with his father, as well as his tumultuous interactions with his siblings, particularly Beth, have been explored in depth. Jamie has also had a complicated relationship with the law, often finding himself caught between his loyalty to his family and his duties as Montana's Attorney General. However, Yellowstone Season 5 introduces a significant shift in Jamie's backstory, one that many argue doesn't quite align with what we've been shown in earlier seasons. In one of the key plot points of Season 5, it is revealed that Jamie may not be as much of an outsider within the Dutton family as previously believed. The show seems to suggest that Jamie's biological mother might have had a deeper connection to John Dutton than anyone had realized, a relationship that wasn't explored in earlier seasons. This revelation, if true, would imply that Jamie's long-standing belief of being an adopted child is inaccurate, and his entire sense of self within the family structure could be based on falsehoods. The problem? Contradicting established facts. The problem with this retcon is that it contradicts key aspects of Jamie's established backstory. In previous seasons, the show made it abundantly clear that Jamie was adopted by John and his wife, Evelyn Dutton, after a traumatic event in his early life. Jamie's adoption and his feelings of being the odd one out in the family were crucial to understanding his complex motivations. His tension with Beth, in particular, was rooted in this idea of not being a biological Dutton, and the deep emotional scars from his childhood were explored extensively. If the new Season 5 plot point about Jamie's biological mother is taken as truth, it raises several issues. How could John have kept such an important secret for all these years? Why would the show not have hinted at this in the earlier seasons, especially when the Dutton family's history has been a central focus throughout the series? Fans argue that this new development, while potentially interesting in its own right, feels forced and undermines the emotional weight of Jamie's earlier for the show's continuity. Continuity is one of the most important aspects of any long-running series. It's what allows the audience to remain emotionally invested in the characters and their journeys, knowing that the events of past episodes are shaping the present. A continuity error, especially one as significant as a character retcon, can shatter the illusion of the show's world and leave viewers feeling disconnected. In Yellowstone, the Dutton family's legacy has been built on a foundation of generational trauma, power struggles, and deep-rooted emotional conflicts. Jamie's position within the family has always been one of uncertainty, but if his relationship with John is retconned in such a way that it invalidates his previous feelings of abandonment or inadequacy, it could diminish the complexity of his character. Furthermore, Yellowstone has made a point of portraying its characters as deeply affected by their pasts. John's relationship with his father, for instance, has been a central theme throughout the series, with John frequently reflecting on the weight of the Dutton legacy. If Jamie's backstory is suddenly altered, it could undermine the carefully built foundation of familial dynamics that have been at the core of the show since its inception. Is this a minor slip, or a major misstep? Of course, it's possible that the retcon in Season 5 is simply an oversight or a minor inconsistency, something that was never meant to be taken too seriously. Yellowstone has been known for its bold storytelling choices, and perhaps the creators are simply trying to evolve the show's narrative in new and unexpected ways. However, given the importance of continuity in Yellowstone, this development has led some to believe that it's a major misstep, one that could reverberate throughout the rest of the series. It's also worth noting that the Dutton family is not the only one with complicated histories in Yellowstone. The show's world is filled with shifting alliances, political maneuvering, and evolving relationships, all of which could easily lead to changes in how characters perceive their own pasts. But in the case of Jamie, whose entire arc has been defined by his struggle with his identity within the Dutton family, any alterations to his backstory must be handled with care. If this new revelation about Jamie's biological mother is not explored thoroughly and seamlessly integrated into the story, it risks feeling like a clumsy attempt to create drama at the expense of consistency. Conclusion: a pivotal moment for Yellowstone. Whether or not this continuity error is a true retcon remains to be seen. For now, Yellowstone fans are left grappling with the implications of this new development. If the show addresses the retcon head-on and explains the reasoning behind it, there may still be hope for preserving the integrity of Jamie's character and the series as a whole. However, if this new detail is simply brushed aside or glossed over, it could signal a shift in the show's commitment to narrative consistency, something that may ultimately harm the show's ability to captivate audiences in future seasons. In the end, Yellowstone is about far more than just family secrets and land battles. It's about legacy, survival, and the complexities of human relationships. A continuity error of this magnitude could damage the show's ability to carry these themes forward. As Season 5 unfolds, fans will be watching closely to see if the show can recover from this potential misstep, or if it will alter the very fabric of the Dutton family in ways that will be impossible to undo.